My name's Tanya the Ghoul, and today I want to look into public domain alternatives for Poppy playtime. For Poppy herself, you can do any of the dolls from the original Raggedy Ann and Andy books from the 1900s. That being Babette, Raggedy Ann, or if you want to do something a little different, Raggedy Andy. Now, for Doughy, since there's basically no character, as far as I know, that are made of Play-Doh in the public domain, the best thing you'll have is a golem, which is made out of clay. Usually they're made out of dry clay, but you can make it to where they're made out of wet clay, as long as they don't look too much like Clayface from the Batman series. So as long as you make it look legally distinct, you should be fine. For Catnap, you can have a plush toy version of Felix the Cat, Julius the Cat, Catnip, or even Tigger, since he's already a toy. So all you need to do is just make him look spooky looking, and there you go. You got Catnap. Since Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy are based off of Tickle Me Elmo dolls, you can use public domain Muppets for your alternatives, since these Muppets have no copyright attached to them. So as long as you use these Muppets specifically, or any other public domain Muppet like Wilkins and Won'Kids, you should be fine, and you have to make them distinct enough so they don't look like their more popular modern counterparts, like Grover, Cookie Monster, etc., etc. But as long as you make them distinct enough, physically and even personality-wise a little bit, make them more creepy and spooky like in Poppy Playtime, then you should be fine. For the prototype, you can use Cleety the Clown, or you can use a Jack-in-a-Box, even though the prototype isn't a Jack-in-a-Box, but whatever. And you can give it automaton parts and make it legally distinct enough to where it pays homage to the prototype, but is still its own thing, And you can just give it different limbs like in this photo here. You can give it like baby-like limbs, or maybe give it frog-like limbs, or bat-like limbs, just anything that's different and distinct enough that won't get you sued. What I'm saying here is you can fuse Cleety the Clown or a Jack-in-a-Box and make your own sick, twisted Sid from Toy Story-like abomination, essentially. For Smiling Critters or Nightmare Critters, you can use the 100 Acre Wood characters from the 1927 versions all the way to 1930 versions of the Winnie the Pooh books. For Mommy Longlegs, since she's based off of Betty Spaghetti dolls, and there aren't really any Betty Spaghetti doll-like characters in the public domain, you can have Olive Oil from the Popeye comics, or you can also have Betty Boop from her first ever appearance, and just make them into long, stretchy dolls. Turn them into long, stretchy doll versions of themselves that come to life and do spooky stuff. And then you can also use Plastic Man and just gender swap him and make him into a toy character, if you so please, to fit more with the Mommy Longleg archetype. Or you could also use the Slinky Dog and just make it to where all his parts are slinky. His neck, his body, his arms, and his legs. All stretchy, all slinky, And then to be more legally distinct, here's some other toy characters you can use. You can use Mr. Potato Head. You could use any of the toy characters from Midnight in the Toy Shop. You can use any of the Raggedy Ann and Andy characters. You can use characters from the Quacky Doodles book. You could use the idea of the teddy bear or the Billy Possum. And then you could also use the idea of children's toys like teddy bears, dolls, action figures, toy cars, toy trains, toy dinosaurs, toy boats, blah, 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 and make them twisted and scary, but make them legally distinct enough to where they don't look exactly like the Poppy Playtime characters, but, different enough to where they at least slightly pay homage to it, And there we have it. Public domain alternatives for Poppy Playtime. Did you like the video? Was there anything else you want me to add? Or are there any other characters that you'd want to see, or any other requests? Please go on to my Ko-fi page and please donate $5 if you can. But with that being said, please like and subscribe and leave a follow. It helps the channel a lot. I'm Tanya the Ghoul, and I'll see you all next time.
Now I'm able to pay my cable.